Alright guys, we're going to keep going with this 2710p. Today, we will be removing the LCD from this computer. We only need to remove, well, hell, it's a lot of screws. It's what, 3, 7... I'm counting them because I already took another one out that we're going to put into here. So it's, let's see, 3, 7, 10, 12, 13, 15 screws. Okay, so you're going to need, for this part, you're going to need a 00 bit or a 00 screwdriver, a number 1 bit or a number 1 Phillips head screwdriver, whatever you prefer. I just use the bits, finding it a lot easier. Okay, and also I am using a metal pry tool. It just seems to work better for me in removing the LCD bezel. Okay, so first things first, we're going to remove the screw. I want to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing. Yep, alright, cool. We're going to be working right here. This is the 3G antenna. This one doesn't have 3G, but some models do. There are 2 screws in here. They're number 1 Phillips head screws. One of them is a real pain in the butt to get to, but you can do it. Okay, and then remove the second one. Alright. Cool. Let's move on. Close this. And now we can go ahead and remove the LCD bezel. You want to remove that so that you can remove this bezel from here. Okay? So let's start off. Let's see if we can get our nails in here. Alright. Feel like it's separating here. Let's close this. Oops, wrong way. There we go. Flip it around and lock it so that we can go ahead and get to work. So I'm just going to start over here and I'm going to see if I can find a place where, aha, right here. A starting point. Okay, and then just once you start separating it, you can, with the pry tool and with your fingers, just pull up on it. And all you're using the pry tool is to just press the little locking tabs inward so that you're able to separate them from the case, not actually putting too much pressure on it. The majority of the pressure is when you're pulling up on the bezel. Once you get going, it gets easier and easier as you go along with the tabs. As you can see now, we're just flying through because once you get going, pretty simple. There we go. Let's set that bezel aside. Now, we have tons of screws to remove in here. There are, let's see, 3 on this side, 4 on this side, 3 normal ones, and a 00 that is right here. And then you have, yeah, 3 of them up top. Oh, this one's missing. Okay, that's nice. So actually 4 of them. There's one under this little rubber piece. Okay, so let's, and then we also have to remove the ones on this PCB board down here. We don't actually have to unplug this. We just have to unplug this little ribbon cable down here. So why don't I just go ahead and do that now? Okay, now we can go ahead and just start removing the screws. There's 2 screws that I found that are different sizes aside from the one on the very top corner here, and those go in the middle sections of the LCD. Oh, it's missing 2 screws. Well, that's not good. No big deal. I got extra screws, so that's fine. Okay. And let's see. We have that 00 screw that we have to take out over here. Alright. Got that one off. So let's see here. Trying to see. Oh, I missed one over here on the side. Got it. So now we should be able to lift up the LCD. Cool. And then we just grab this board, get the ribbon cable out of the way, just let it sit like that. Pick the LCD up. And what I'm doing right now is I am releasing the tape that holds the little flex cable here, and I'll show you. I was releasing this. This LCD has been replaced before. That's why there's this Kapton tape right here holding the aluminum shielding down. We'll remove that, and I will probably replace that. Set that aside. And then with yours, you're just going to have to peel this back. And this will tear. And then you have... You got to get this off. It's pretty stuck on there. It's got some pretty decent double-sided tape. Ah, see, I'm already frickin' tearing it again. Okay. Release that, and then holding, slide it out. You gotta hold the plastic here, and then the ribbon cable, and then gently pull outwards. Let's see, this one. This way, and then you have to do this one here. This one's already ripped. Okay, and the same thing, we have at least that, and then we have this little one here, this plastic tab. Okay, hold that together, slides it out. We'll remove this LCD out of the way. And we'll grab the one that we're placing in here. This one I took off of, the one that we're putting in here, it was removed from another unit. So it was tested and it's good. That one that I just took off, that one has a line going down the LCD. Okay, so now we grab this LCD. And remember, we flipped it, so when we picked it up, we went this way. So you could do it however you want. This is the way I found it's easiest for me, and it seems to work okay. So now we just grab our connection, very carefully apply that. Oh, hiccups. I use the nylon tool. I'm just pressing this down. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're putting I'm going to apply Kapton tape on it so that I can hold the connections down. I would recommend doing that. Okay, so now we have that on there. Fold that, and then the aluminum shielding down. And I'm just gonna secure that there. Let's do this other side here. Same thing, just hold that. Make sure you're lining it up. Don't force it in there. It should go in there fairly easy. Okay. A little bit of tape. Get this shielding down again. Okay. There we go. We can go ahead and put some tape on that one there too as well. Okay, so then now we just flip the LCD over like that, and as you can see, it'll be just fine. So then drop your LCD into place, grab your PCB board that we removed, place it back into place, and then let's screw it back in. What I recommend doing here is just screw in enough to hold your LCD in place. So I would do like one on each corner, or maybe just pick two corners, you know, across from each other, so that when you lift up the lid, it doesn't, your LCD doesn't fall out. Okay, and then what I would recommend doing is testing your LCD. Say that if you bought it on Amazon or you bought it on eBay or wherever you like to buy things from, you want to make sure that it's good before you close it all up, because then you're going to be reopening it, and that's just a waste of time. Luckily, I have another unit that I could test it with, so I was able to test this LCD and make sure that it works. And there goes that. All right. So just makes life a lot easier if you do have to return it for a refund or an exchange or whatever. Okay. We've only got 3 more screws to go. Last one on the side, and then we have that 00 at the top right corner. And don't put this one in too tight. I think sometimes it does affect the speed that the antenna comes out on. I mean, not like you're going to use it unless you buy, or unless yours has it. Like on this one, I won't use it. Alright. Now for the final step. The bezel. Once again, pretty simple. I like to put the bezel on and then that little rubber piece that we took off afterwards. Okay, so there's really no like strategy to doing this. Just take your time, make sure that you're getting your clips where they go and getting them to lock in. Some of them you'll hear them click in, some of them not so much. Like on the top here, I like to push that way a little bit so that they fall in, and then just press at the top. Sorry if the camera's shaking, I'm just pressing on it with some good pressure. See here, here's the bottom of the bezel here. It's good. It's even and straight. Even and straight there. And that's good as well. So now, let's test. There's our light. It comes out nice. That comes out alright. And then let's put this little piece back in there. Alright. That little rubber bumper is back on there, and now let's put the 2 screws that go under our 3G antenna. Be patient. This is a pain in the butt. I hate doing this one. I hate this top one, and in the one that's inside the skinnier part, the thinner part of the bezel. Sometimes it just likes to fall off your screw or your screwdriver. Okay, well there we have it. Let's see if it works. And there you are. Working LCD. Well, thanks for watching. I hope this helps you replace your LCD and maybe it makes it a little bit easier. I know the first time I ever had one of these units, I thought, oh man, it's going to be a pain in the butt. It's a lot easier than I thought at first. It is a lot of little screws all the way around compared to some computers where they just have 3 on each side and then maybe 2 on the bottom. So I mean, it's alright. Let's see if this light actually works. There you have it. That turns on, so that's good. And you close it, turns it off. Alright, well thanks for watching. Like it. Like the video if this helps you. Comment questions down below. Anything. Alright, well thanks again. Have a great day.